A real estate lawyer in Vancouver is publicly advising clients to declare bankruptcy to walk away from their pre-sale condo deposits. This is not a TikTok rumor, that is a CTV news report quoting Vancouver lawyer Perry Elric. The Financial Post ran a parallel piece the same way under Gary Marr's byline titled, "In essence, when does it make sense to walk away from a real estate contract?" OSFI then made it official in their April 2026 annual risk outlook, and their quote is, "Many new condos are now worth less than their pre-sale purchase prices. Condo price declines are resulting in financially stressed borrower positions upon closing." If you currently hold a pre-sale assignment in Vancouver, or if you are considering signing one in the next 30 days, this is the most important video you will watch this year. I'm going to walk you through exactly which Vancouver pre-sale categories are most at risk right now, the 4 red flags that should stop you from signing any contract today, and what to do if you're already locked into a closing. There is one type of pre-sale buyer who can actually still win in this market, and I'll tell you who that is at the end. Let's start with the macro picture because it explains why the lawyers got loud and why OSFI got loud in the same 30-day window. According to the Edge Report's April 2026 issue, Vancouver condo sales have fallen to levels not seen since the 1990s. The condo segment in Vancouver and Toronto is, quote, strained, to say it mildly. Single-family permits hit a 40-year low last month, but the inventory of unsold developer condo products sits at record highs. Q1 sales nationally were down 47% from Q1 of 2021, and on the lender side, new mortgage delinquencies surged 1,200 in just 3 months, the fastest pace since the second quarter of 2020. BC delinquencies are up 14% in 3 months, the largest regional jump in Canada. What you are looking at is a market where developer inventory is at all-time highs, end buyer demand is at 30-year lows, and the financing math on any contract signed during the 2021 or 2022 bull market no longer works at today's appraised values. Some Vancouver presale buyers are now closing on units worth $200,000 less than their contract price. The deposit is not the loss, the financial gap is the loss. If your lender appraises the unit at less than your contract price, the difference comes out of your pocket on closing day, in cash. And that is what is driving the bankruptcy advice. So the question is, how do you protect yourself in these scenarios? Before we go further, a structural caveat. I am not naming individual builders or projects on camera. That is a defamation problem, and it is also imprecise because risk varies project by project, even within the same builder. I'm going to categorize by location and product type first. If you bring me a specific building name, I will run it for you privately. Just reach out to me. You can book a call in the description below. That is what I do every week for clients who walk into my office holding a pre-sale folder they regret signing. Here are the 4 Vancouver presale categories that are under the most pressure right now. Category 1, downtown high-rise glass towers priced over $1,500 per square foot that broke ground between 2021 and 2023. These are the projects that priced into a market that assumed perpetual 3% mortgage rates and sustained Asian capital inflow and population growth fueled by international students. All 3 of those assumptions have collapsed. Population growth has reversed and non-permanent residents are down 76% from the 2024 admission peak, according to Edge Report's April analysis of Statistics Canada data. Asian capital inflow has been disrupted by the foreign buyer ban and the speculation tax, and mortgage rates settled at 4 to 5%, not 3. The buyers who signed these contracts were generally underwriting a hold and flip strategy that assumed appreciation between contract and completion. Today, in many cases, the unit appraises below their original contract price. Category 2, Burnaby Metrotown corridor towers that were sold heavily to investors, not end users. These projects have a structural problem that downtown does not have in quite the same way. They are competing directly with the record 204,000 new rental units under construction across Canada, according to CMHC's Q1 2026 report. That rental supply crushes the rental income that investor buyers were relying on to carry those units after closing. Vancouver new lease rental rates dropped 3.6% year over year in Q1 of 2026, one of the largest declines in the country. If you bought a Metrotown investor unit in 2022 expecting $2,800 a month rent, that comparable today is $2,500 if you're lucky. That $300 gap combined with higher financing costs turns a $50,000 paper gain into a $30,000 annual cash loss on day 1 of ownership. Category 3. Falls Creek Waterfront and Olympic Village area boutique mid-rise projects priced at the absolute peak of 2022. These projects had thinner supply and stronger end-use appeal, which protected them initially, but the comparable resale market has now reset down. If a unit 2 doors down just resold for $1.3 million, the bank will not appraise a new build at $1.5. Same financial gap problem here. Category 4, and this is the most dangerous, projects from smaller, less capitalized developers where construction financing was tight to begin with and project delays have run 18 to 30 months past original completion. In several BC projects right now, developers are quietly approaching contract holders with options to amend, extend, or terminate. Some of those amendments are quietly transferring construction cost overruns back to the buyer. If your developer sends you anything in writing asking you to acknowledge a price adjustment, a unit substitution, a delivery date extension beyond what your contract permits, do not sign anything without a real estate lawyer reviewing it first. You need specifically a real estate lawyer, not a general practicing lawyer, not your real estate agent either, a lawyer who has read your specific disclosure statement and your specific purchase and sale agreement clause by clause. Here are the 4 red flags that should stop you from signing any new presale contract today. The first one would be the deposit structure that is around that 20% mark before completion. Prior to this downturn, a standard healthy structure in this market was 5% at signing, 5% at 6 months, 5% at the 12-month mark, and the final 5% 2 years after completion. Right now, because the market is so soft, you should be negotiating a lot lower deposit rate. If a developer is asking you for anywhere around that 20% spread across the construction window, it is a working capital signal about the developer, not a market signal about the project. Number 2, the disclosure statement assignment clause prohibits assignments or charges a punitive assignment fee above 2.5%. Punitive assignment restrictions were tolerable in 2021 when assignments were profitable. Today, where many assignments need to be done at a loss just to exit cleanly, a punitive clause turns a $10,000 paper loss into a $50,000 exit cost. Number 3, the project has not yet been marketed to a real broker network at retail pricing. If a developer is offering you VIP early access pricing that is supposedly 5% below the public launch, ask the broker to show you the comparable resale prices for similar units within 4 blocks that closed in the past 60 days. If the resale comparable is the same as or lower than the VIP price, the discount is not a discount. It is a market signal. Red flag number 4, and this is the biggest one, your personal numbers require appreciation to make the deal work. If your closing math assumes 10 to 15% appreciation between today and the projected completion date to qualify for the mortgage at completion, walk away. You are not buying real estate at that point. You are speculating on a price forecast in a market where OSFI itself just publicly warned about financially stressed positions on closing. And here is your secret weapon. If you are already locked into a Vancouver presale that completes in the next 12 months, you have 3 real options. The first one is close cleanly. If your appraisal is going to come in at or above contract price, your lender is comfortable with the financing, and your cash flow can carry the unit without depending on rental income at peak rates, close, move on, and be happy. Stop reading the panic content. Option number 2 is a sign at a strategic loss. If your appraisal will come in below contract price but you have a solid down payment in cash, work with a broker to assign your contract to a buyer who is willing to take the unit at a 5 to 15% discount to your contract price. You take a paper loss on your deposit and your assignment fee. You preserve your cash position, your credit file, and your ability to buy a smarter property later on in the cycle. In many cases, this is the cleanest exit if you find the right assignee quickly. Option 3 is restructure with the developer. In a softening presale market, some developers will quietly offer contract amendments, upgraded units at the same price, deposit extensions, deferred upgrade credits, or in rare cases, a mutual termination that returns part of your deposit. These conversations happen lawyer to lawyer, never agent to developer, and never directly buyer to developer. Approach this from a position of preparation, not panic. Now, the contrarian play I promised you at the start. This is exactly one type of presale buyer who can win in this market. Institutional buyers and private high net worth buyers with $1 million or more in liquid capital who can negotiate distress assignments at 20 to 30% original contract price. When the original buyer has to walk to avoid bankruptcy, the assignment market is the only liquid exit available to them. A buyer with cash and the ability to close fast on a distressed assignment at 20 or 30% below the original 2022 contract price is buying that unit at a price that will look extremely smart in 2028 and 2029 when the supply pipeline behind these units collapses and the rate cycle finishes loosening.